If you're an Eagles fan out there right now, us Eagles Nation, Eagles fans right now, this is why you shouldn't be worried. This is why you shouldn't panic. That was me 4 hours ago. That was what was going through my head when I was watching this Cardinals game. I'm like, we're cool. We shouldn't panic. It ain't going to be as a blowout. But what the hell are we doing? Whew, man, I don't know what to even think about this team. You know what I think? You know what I want to? You know what I think right now? This ain't this ain't Coke, right? This ain't Coca-Cola. This is cola, right? This ain't Apple Jacks. This is Apple Circles. This ain't Heinz ketchup. This is Hunt. This is the bullshit that we're going through each and every week when we're watching this game. Like, come on. Like, this shit is just crazy. Like, how do we lose to the Arizona Cardinals? We got embarrassed. Like, strictly embarrassed. AJ Brown sat down in the end zone and was just like, what the F? We ran QB sweeps from the first and 20, and then we ran it twice? Come on, man. This is, I am Moss Money. This is Money Pot Betting, and we're here to talk about how the Philadelphia Eagles just got embarrassed. Just got embarrassed at home at the link by a 3-14 team in the Arizona Cardinals. The coaches think that they know what they're doing. They think that they know more than us. And obviously, it does not look like the case because what they're doing makes no sense. You can't even tell me. Like, let me look at the quote. Let me look at the quote. We keep hearing the same bullshit from Nick Sirianni. Oh, it starts with me. No shit, Nick. No shit that we know it starts with you. Like, come on. And what else did he say? We need to fix it fast. You didn't think about that over the 3-game loss? Like, come on, bro. Like, what we doing, man? And I can't even. Like, I got these Cowboy fans talking now. Like, what we need them cats talking now? We don't need them to be in our ear talking. Like, yo. So thank y'all all for joining there. Facebook, YouTube. If you're on the gram right now, you're watching on the gram too as well. Man, like what? Oh, no, you know what? I took a screenshot. What did Brandon Graham say? I'm gonna read what Brandon Graham said. This is building character for us. We're not that far off as a defense. Yo, Brandon, I love you, bro. I fought for you when they took they took you instead of Earl Thomas. But come on, dog. Come on, big fella. We're close. Close to what? We're close to being one and done. Is what we're close at. One and done in the playoffs. We might not even host the game anymore. Like, I don't think we will. Dallas has got Washington next. They win. They win the division. They clinch the second seed. You gotta go on the road. You got to go on the road for the whole playoff. Like, come on, bro. What else did he say? I know it's going to start clicking. We have to finish the season off right, and from there, it's a week-to-week thing. What do you mean? You ain't clicking yet. We got one game left. And you talking about clicking? Like, what we talking about, Bree? I'm just, you know what? I need to calm down. I apologize. Turn your volume down. I wasn't going to start this until later, but we got something fine and divine to make sure that we right in the mind. Let me get my glass of some yak. You know what I mean? Something special. You like Japanese whiskey? Hibiki. You know what I mean? It's a good flow. Give me one sec. Man, this is crazy, bro. Now I understand some people saying out there we thought we was going to lose. This is not a surprise. It's a surprise to me. I'm not going to hold you. I did not think the Philadelphia Eagles was going to lose to the Arizona Cardinals today. And if you did, you should have bet it. And if you bet it, I want to see receipts because you come here to start talking betting. I don't think I would like. I can understand teasing the Cardinals. I can understand taking the Cardinals. Matter of fact, if you watched the show this past week, we said I thought that the Cardinals was going to be in this game. But did I think they were going to win? Did I think they were going to run for 230 yards on the Philadelphia Eagles in the lake? Hell no. Again, what are we doing? Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all think this whole coaching staff should be done? Like, should the coaching staff just be fired at this point? You know what I mean? Like, does this staff gotta go? Like like Kaz said, you know what I mean? Week 17, no identity. The staff's got to go. They're taking the squad as far as they can. You know what I mean? Terrible. Like, what are we like? This terrible. Oh my god, man! I like this terrible right now, bro. Like, look at my man Daryl. What he say? I took the Eagles minus 800, minus 800 for them to win in a 10 leg. There was no positive in this game whatsoever. None. I don't know a positive. Don't talk to me about Julio. Don't talk to me about Sidney Brown. Don't talk to me about Ringo. Don't talk to me about Carter. Don't talk about me this defense. Don't talk to me about these linebackers. Don't talk to me about these receivers. Don't talk to me about these running backs. Don't talk to me about Jalen. Don't talk to me about this offensive line. Nobody played good at all. Not one person played well for the Philadelphia Eagles from the top to the bottom, from the coaching staff to the goddamn placeholder, the placeholder for the field goal. Nobody played well whatsoever on this team. Like, it was pathetic. Like, really, I was supposed to be at the game. I'm glad I was taking my son. Could you imagine me taking my son, my little old boy, that was going to be his first regular season feel of a game, and he saw that? That's what I took him to? That's what I tell him to cheer for? That's what we practice EAGLES Eagles? That? Live? I'm glad it didn't work out for me that I didn't go to the game. So glad. My God, that was just awful. So let's do an update of where the playoffs look like. Because obviously we're going to make the playoffs. Okay. Obviously we're going to make the playoffs. So let's do an update of where we are in the playoffs right now. Because man, I can't. I don't even want to go to the playoffs because I'm not done ranting. Like I'm typing, I'm just like, no. Go back to what we just saw and what we're looking at as a team and as a fan base. And what can we look forward to? Because we're seeing the same things over and over again, right? We're seeing the coaching staff making the same mistakes. We're seeing that the offense is not on the same page week after week. We see the leaders of the team saying we're just this close to all coming together, yada yada this, yada yada that. Bro, I'm looking at these last games. We're 11-5 right now, and we're 1-4 in the last 5. Now, granted, tough teams to beat. We lost to the Niners. No, we got beat by the. No, we got our ass whipped by the Niners. We got our ass whipped by the Cowboys. We lost to the Seahawks, which we shouldn't have lost. We had a tough game against the Giants, and then we lost again right now to the Cardinals. Where is the turnaround? Like, why do we think there's going to be a turnaround this season? Season's over. The hottest teams are playing hot right now. We are so cold right now in terms of what this Philadelphia team and what we should expect. I told my son, I said, hey, buddy, I'm sorry I couldn't make it to the game. We'll go to the next game. What, we going to go on the road now? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel bad. I feel bad because I had tickets to the game. I had season tickets to this game, and we didn't go. Man, and I'm happy we didn't go. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm really happy I didn't take my son to see that travesty of what we saw because that was pathetic. And you should be embarrassed right now if you're the Philadelphia Eagles. There's no way else to cut that. You should be embarrassed if you're the Philadelphia Eagles right now. And looking forward, I don't know what we have to offer because right now we just switched to the 5th seed. We obviously just switched back and forth. Now Tampa lost too, and they lost a big game to the Saints. So I'm assuming that division is up for grabs at this point. I was looking for an updated playoff. Let me look at that. I found playoff picture. Let's see after today's game. Let's see what we got here. So today, right now, let's give you an update. We'll do both sides. We'll go with the NFC first because we're talking about the Birds. San Fran locked up first round bye, and they're the first seed. So everything's going through San Fran. Just to let you guys know, which you probably already know. All right. Right now, Dallas holds the number 2 seed against the Commanders. Now, Dallas, I believe, has already beat Washington. No reason for Washington to play spoiler here. They lost 45-10 in Dallas. Now we know Dallas is not good on the road, but Dallas desperately needs this game because Dallas is great, obviously, at home. They had the big win against Detroit. We all know about the refs, et cetera, et cetera. But at the end of the day, Dallas is still, I think, 7-1 at home. So that's huge for Dallas. Now, keep going through. Detroit is at the 3rd seed, and it looks like they'll probably stay there. Right now, 4th. Tampa still holds the 4th seed, but they can still win by beating Carolina, which Carolina, I don't see why Carolina wins this game. So more likely, your top 3 seeds, more than likely, San Francisco, Dallas, Detroit, Tampa. Now comes the Eagles. Eagles drop to the 5th seed, and they need to win first. Let's get that right. They need to beat New York first. Let's just make sure that's clear. We need to beat New York first and Dallas to lose. So we need help. If not, we're going on the road. The Rams are now the 6th seed with the Niners at home, which they should beat the Niners because the Niners are probably going to rest guys more than likely. There's no reason for them to play all game. And then last right now playing is the 7th seed Seattle Seahawks. And that game right now, I believe they're losing 10-7 right now against the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is huge. So they lose in this game. So I'm not sure what happens there. And the Saints are in 8th seed, so they're not out of contention of winning the division. You still got the Vikings. These teams just all need help, right? Now we're going to the AFC. We saw what Baltimore did today. They put up 50-something points against the Dolphins. Give that boy his MVP trophy, unanimous MVP trophy. Get that boy his MVP trophy as they should. Then after that, Miami is going to probably be more likely the 2nd seed, even though KC should win today. KC should win today. They're up 7-3 at the moment, but they should win today. They'll lock them in the 3rd seed. 4th seed, Jacksonville surprisingly got a win today. That kind of surprised me a little bit. But they have a game against the Titans. They're 5-1 against AFC South, so they should win the division. Browns are locked in, more likely in the 5th seed. Buffalo got a win today, which was huge for them as well. So they're in the 6th seed. And then the Indianapolis Colts got another win today, but huge game against the Texans coming up. So maybe a win and get in between the Texans and the Colts. So that should be really a good game. And then the Steelers are locked in too as well. Steelers need this one today, get to 9-7 to keep their chances alive as well. Cincinnati's not out of the playoffs as of yet, so they're in a fight against the Chiefs. And then Denver, even though what they did was disrespectful, they're not out of the playoffs right now. They are driving right now on KC. They're on the KC's 18-yard line. They're losing 3-7. So that is the playoff picture right now as we go through it. Don, who you telling, bro? Like who you telling? Like you're pissed. I had to pull out the yak early, right? It's only 5, and I had to pull out the yak because I just couldn't believe what I was watching. And you saw it right before your eyes. We saw it right before our eyes. We saw this team starting to fold. You're like, the run game is tough. Like the run game for the Cardinals is starting to get tough. We're not moving the ball successfully down the field. We just weren't. And it was really bad to see. Like just bad play calling, bad tackling, bad mechanics. Like that touchdown, like that, what was it, 2-point or a touchdown on Ringo? Was that a touchdown with the slant? I forget. It was a 2-point or no, I think it was a touchdown. But bro, he was so flat footed. He was a step already into the slant before Ringo even made a move. Like this team is just not good enough. Like that's what's unraveling. Like at first, like they started out 10-1, but you have to start playing your best ball now. And we know the formula in the playoffs. It's play great defense and be able to run the ball. And we cannot do either one of those. Or we choose not to do either one of those. Now, running the ball, now playing defense is an attitude. Playing defense comes with a type of different swag. But running the ball and not running the ball with your quarterback doing sweeps, like literally run, like we saw Swift getting some. And I just don't understand when you see that success, why do you just like go the other way? Like, why are we running sweeps for Jalen Hurts twice in a row? Like the first time that he got 3 yards, didn't give you a clue that shit wasn't going to work. Like, I don't know what we're doing out here, Diddy. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Like, I was really yelling. I'm losing my voice. I pulled out the yak already, bro. Cheers to you. You know what I mean? Happy New Year coming. Oh, you drinking water. Good for you.
This is preparation, baby. This guy get hydrated. You know what I mean?
Gotta get hydrated.
It's about to go down. Yeah, man. Happy New Year to you, brother, man. As always, love you, man. I love that light in the background, looking good in the background. You got a whole, something different back there. I see the shells.
I switched it up, man. I cleaned it up. Hey, look, let me move.
I love it. I love it. I need you to come over here to this right here. Yeah, I love it.
Like got to clean that thing up, boy. I had to clean that thing up. You know what I mean?
Sure. It looks real good.
Oh, you cut the beard down too, boy.
I did, man. Just for a minute. It'll grow back.
Yeah.
Just for basketball.
So talk to me, man. Did we have some chats? Don said what's up. I don't know if you saw that.
My guy, how about them lions roaring?
Yo, shut up with the lions. We on the birds. But oh man, like what did you see in this game? Now me and Sharp, we had from the betting perspective, I knew that the Cardinals weren't going to lose by more than 10 points. I felt that. I thought the Cardinals me and Sharp Gannon's not a bad coach. As much as we didn't like, he's not a bad coach. As much as the media put him in a public eye in the very beginning, he's not a bad coach. He got a bad team to play. He has a bad team playing and competing. And they don't have a lot of talent whatsoever.
Yeah.
So my thought to you is from a betting sense, we knew that this game might be a little bit closer. Now, them losing was a shock to me. I didn't think they would lose. But from your end, man, being the Eagles fan you are, what did you see? And, what's the outlook for this Eagles team moving forward? Because, I mean, it could be a one-and-done playoff year, bro.
Yeah, this is the stuff that I would talk about early in the season. You know what I mean? These are the things that I was trying to chime in on, and it seems like everybody was telling me, well, they're doing something right. They're 10-1. They're doing something right. They're 10 and blah, blah, blah. But when I look at football, I look at the whole picture, and I start at the top. Are we saying that Jalen Hurts has regressed this bad? I mean, I guess in ways there's opportunity there for him to where he hasn't performed at an elite level. But I always look at the coaching and the positions that he's been put in throughout the year. That possibly can be creating these turnovers that he's had all year, and that bad play. This is the first time that I've seen, and I'm watching the game, how unorganized the team is. Yeah. Arguing on the sideline, the heads down. AJ Brown, like, what the heck's going on? Running and on off the field, looking on the sideline like this. This is showing me it's something behind the scenes, which is inside the house, that's creating this monster and the mess that we're seeing on the football field. Going into today, I wasn't surprised by the outcome. This is why I'm not surprised, is because the way we came into to the Giants
You're not
game.
surprised they
I'm
lost,
not.
bro?
I'm because I
Oh
didn't see
man,
the
I can't agree
switch.
with that.
This is why. I'm gonna tell you why. Seattle was my game I was pissed off about because we had that
Hmm.
in our hands and we did not close. And then
Yeah,
we come out in the Giants game as sloppy as we could play in a rivalry game when we have 3 wins to possibly still take the first number 1 seed. And we came out in the Giants game looking like crap again. So that just told me they're not prepared. So when we're going against a Cardinals team that has 2 juggernauts, and unfortunately they are juggernauts, Connor and Murray, because the way he plays the game, backyard football, it sometimes give that opportunity for if anything ball bounces in that right way, that I feel like this Arizona game can come out in a different outcome than what it was expected. And that's what happened. They killed us with their 2 best players. We weren't able to stop Murray. Matter of fact, the Arizona Cardinals dominated that whole game. They were going up and down the
you
field.
can't say they didn't dominate the whole game. For second half, they did.
The first
You
half
can't
they
say
dominated the game. They were in
how
scoring.
they dominate the game down 21-6,
Nick, they were in
bro.
scoring position every time they touched the ball. They turned the ball over a 90-something yard interception return. A field goal. What was the field goal situation? They did something with the field goal. I can't remember early on. Like if you look at the possessions, go back to their possessions. They marched up and down the field against the Philadelphia Eagles defense.
I agree with that. They were able to move the ball, but I wouldn't say I don't know if they
Look at the
dominated.
time of possession. It
Yeah,
was
no,
at
they did.
halftime.
Yeah,
Going
they
into the
did.
third quarter, it was 33 minutes to 11 minutes. I'm telling you what was happening.
Yeah, I
We
remember
never
saying
we never
that.
had no
Yeah,
control of this game.
yeah.
So when we go back to back QB sweeps under 3 and Arizona
I don't get that, bro. I don't understand that, man.
as
Like, what did
much as
we? Yeah, like what did you see the first? Like, oh, you do it the first time, but what did you see the second time? Like, why even go back? Well, you think that was they was going to get fooled by that? Like, I didn't understand it. And like some of the plays, like I think
yeah,
I think
absolutely. Time possession, 20 minutes.
what CMC did on the Manning cast when he called out and everybody saw it, he called out that hey, we ran a QB sneak. And Sirianni's like, oh, well, kudos for him. He's a smart player. Yo, and some of those replays, Buda Baker, smart player, he was running to where the ball was going. Like it wasn't even a first step up to kind of understand and read the offensive play. He was gone. He already knew where the play was going.
But he
And I
should though.
felt,
He should. Gannon was on our, what do you mean? Gannon he was our coach last year. He
yeah,
should
but
know. He should know. Buda Baker, like you said, is a smart player. I'm sure all week, and we've seen on Hard Knocks the preparation that Buda puts into every week in and week out. Of course, he's gonna know what we're doing. That's why he was all over the field. This is why I thought it was gonna be scary. This is why I thought this game was gonna be scary. I didn't think we were gonna lose,
I didn't
but
think we were going to lose.
I'm not surprised, nor am I mad because this team is a mess. It's a mess.
When they got the ball back, I thought I tried to put in the bet. I ain't gonna hold you.
Cardinals tried to give us the ball. Luckily, I got lucky because as soon as we went for that second sweep, I smashed Arizona plus 2.5.
Hmm.
Guess what I got it at? Plus 300, bro. I got it
For the
plus
plus
two
two
and
and
a
a
half.
half.
Plus 2.5 Arizona. Going into that second QB sweep, the line was plus 300, plus 2.5.
Are you
How
serious?
crazy was that? And smashed it.
Oh, wow.
Because I already knew all game they couldn't stop the Arizona Cardinals going up and down the field.
Yeah, I
So if
tried
they
to put
get a
in
field
it.
goal,
It was plus 300 when they got the ball back.
yep, and I got
It,
and that
yeah,
line dropped.
it line dropped,
Yep.
but it came off the board. I couldn't get it. And
Hmm.
once they started the first drive, the line came off the board. Because as soon as they got the ball back in my head from a better perspective,
It's
I'm
over.
like, the Eagles are losing this game.
Yep,
I'm like, they're
it
going
was
to go
over.
down the field and they're either going to tie it or they're going to win the game. It's going
Yep.
to be one of the two. Because I was like, we're not stopping them. We didn't
Nope.
get a sack all game. That
Nope.
Jalen Carter sack was just a fingertip and somebody tripping, and he was the person who touched them. But we didn't get a sack all game. So I was like, they're going
And you
down the
called it
field.
all year. You say we don't get pressure on the quarterback.
We don't.
That's why I thought Murray's going to be a problem for us. Did I think we are
Yeah.
going to lose? I didn't think we were going to lose. Am I surprised we lost? I'm not. Did I think we're going to be
Wow.
dominated all game like this? I didn't. I thought we were going to be. I thought it was going to be a tight game. I just thought Murray was going to be able to use his
Yeah.
legs and extend plays. And with our defense as lack as we are in the linebacker position, the way our corners been playing like shit, I thought there would be opportunity for Arizona to win. Did I think it was going to lose like this? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So
And I
This
was
is who
supposed to
we
be at the
are.
game too, bro. I was bringing a
Yeah,
little homie to the game.
I'm happy you
Imagine
did.
bringing a little homie little game. Yeah, I'm happy I didn't either. Um, yeah, I went outside. Funny side story. Went outside ready to go, and my car didn't start.
Oh
My
my god.
battery went on me. So I didn't even go. Didn't even go to had the tickets. Didn't even go. Didn't do nothing with the tickets. A couple people hit me up, but nothing ever materialized. Got AAA. By the time AAA was going, it was almost halftime. I'm like, I'm not
Yeah,
going to this game at
yeah,
halftime.
for sure. It
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
waste.
man, it was a waste. I
So
think
I don't.
Denon's got a good question here.
Yeah.
What would be the point spread playoffs versus the Bucks and then the Saints? I'll take the first one with the Bucks and Tampa. I'm going to say it's going to be Tampa minus. I want to say -2.
Mm.
I'll say minus. I say -2 because I think Slay makes a difference. You
Wait, you
get
think
Slay.
it's gonna be Bucks -2 or Eagles -2?
No, my Bucks and Tampa. You think the Eagles going to be favored in Tampa? I don't
Bucks
think
ain't
so.
Bucks ain't look good today, man.
You know what? But it was a division game, and we called that game too. We
It was.
liked the Bucks just because everything, but we was like, is this the Baker game that Baker becomes Baker? And then the line was too short. The line was way too short.
I'm
You know
not
what I mean?
worried about the Bucks because I think Baker is not creative enough and as a quarterback against this defense. As crazy as bad as our defense been playing, I just find them
I
not
don't
to be
like our
creative.
matchup against the Bucks though with those receivers.
I mean, we
Not
already
with
smashed them. We smashed them already this year.
we yeah, but that was what week 2.
I mean, it
What
was
was
early,
that?
but I'm saying we dominated that game. Not saying we would dominate again. I just
Yeah,
think it'd be much more closer to a pick with the Bucks. I think we would have a tough time against the Saints. But
really.
Wickencarl went out with the ankle injury, so I don't know how healthy he'll be going into the playoffs. But I just think
Yes,
Saints defense is just
yeah.
really, really tough.
You
And
talking about Smith? You talking about Smith?
for the Saints, no, I think
You said ankle injury.
Kamara,
You talking about,
I think Kamara got hurt.
oh, Kamara did get hurt. Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I don't know. I don't know what
I know
he'll be
Devontae
looking
got
like.
hurt. I don't think Devontae's playing next week.
And Devontae did get hurt too.
He didn't. That was a bad hit. It was on the side of his leg. It
Mhm.
was a terrible call. And then I could tell why AJ was mad because I get the call, but why do you have Devontae Smith out there blocking on a wide receiver screen? Like, what are we doing?
It's just bad.
It's just bad. It's just bad coaching, bad play calling. So you say a pick, and I say -2 bucks.
Yeah, I say closer to a pick.
You say closer to a pick and -2 bucks. Okay. And now New Orleans in New Orleans, tough game, tough game to play in New Orleans.
There
Eagles.
I would go your -2.5.
I would say probably a little bit more, maybe -2.5, because I'm not even sure how we're going to do against the Giants. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I mean, at this point, it
Like,
doesn't even matter.
well, yeah, are they locked in?
Yeah, we're locked into the playoffs. So
No, no,
I
no, no,
mean,
no,
this
no, 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 no. Can we go farther than fifth? Can we drop farther than the fifth seed?
well, San Fran won, Detroit lost,
Yeah, Detroit's
uh,
locked in at 3.
and
Like,
San Fran's locked at 1.
because we can't get the third seed because we're in the division. So we're going on the road because we can't win I mean, we can win the division, but there's no way the Cowboys don't lose to the Commanders last game of the year, right? So
No,
let me update you again because I did the whole playoff pictures. San Fran 12-4, they won today. They locked in the first seed and the first round bye, so they're locked in. Dallas is right now number 2. If they win, they stay at number 2. They win the NFC East, and they're in the number 2 seed. They would have to lose, and we would have to win. But say Dallas loses, and I think Detroit wins, then Detroit can jump on the 2. Um, and I think by tiebreakers, if we win and they lose, we can still get the NFC East, and we switch. So Dallas would go to 5, we would go to 2. I mean, we would probably go to 3, and Detroit would go to 2.
I would be
If I'm
very
not,
shocked that Dallas loses.
yeah,
Washington.
Dallas is not going to lose. So you can lock in Dallas at 2. You can probably lock in Detroit at 3 because they're going to win the NFC North anyway.
Mhm.
And then Tampa is up for grabs, but they have the Panthers. I mean, the NFC South is up for grabs with this Tampa losing today, but they got the Panthers. It means that they win the division crown and they beat the Panthers. And Panthers are just they're I mean, they were finished weeks ago, months ago, but I don't see how Tampa Bay loses this game at Carolina. So
You don't see
Tampa's
much
going to.
changing.
What'd you say?
You don't see much changing, really.
No, I don't. I don't see much changing at all. So, and then Eagles are in 5. The Rams squeaked out a win today. They probably should have lost, but they squeaked out a win today. They stay at 6. And then Seattle is winning right now, but Pittsburgh is driving. Scores 14-10. Pittsburgh on the 16. So that could switch up. New Orleans, the Vikings, and Green Bay are not out as of yet. They need help. And neither is Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's not out of the playoffs either. So Pittsburgh's gonna be fighting today. And right now, I mean, the Chiefs. We're like the Chiefs.
I,
Cincinnati's on the
I
one
thought
yard
that line
line.
was. I thought that line was terrible. I
Yeah,
didn't
7.
understand that.
Yeah. Well,
Where did?
my thought was that when you think about it, um, when you think about it's Browning and then the Chiefs losing twice at home. Has that happened this year?
Yeah, but 7. Chiefs showed you nothing. Chiefs has showed you
Yeah.
nothing all year. And
Hmm.
Cincinnati, although they had a bad loss last week, I mean, they're. I mean, Browning is now going into what a 6-week starting. Like this is not like nothing new.
Yeah. No,
Like
you're right.
I mean, that was just for me. I thought 7 was way too much. I had a lot
Yeah.
of money riding on the early game, so I didn't get a chance to touch this game. But I would have definitely finished off
Yeah.
with chasing with Cincinnati with the points. But
I
we'll
really
see how
like
this
the
goes.
Chargers money line today, and I like
Interesting with
that.
all the drama there at the quarterback
Yeah, I
position.
like that under. Yeah, because in my head, I thought that as much drama is coming out, I think the players would sided with Russ in this one. That's
Mm,
what I think Peyton might have lost the team by benching Russ.
mhm.
You know what I mean? But finishing off Green Bay, Vikings, New Orleans, those are all the teams looking outside, looking in. So right now, NFC is probably locked in. So you'll see. I think Don just put up there. You'll see the Dallas and Seattle rematch in Dallas.
Right, and
Uh,
that's in
uh,
either Tampa or New Orleans.
it's going to be more likely Tampa's not losing to
Tampa.
Carolina. Yeah, Tampa's
I
not
like I
losing.
like. I mean, but I like us against Tampa, so I see us getting
Yeah,
that
I
first.
like us against Tampa too. So and then you got um, Detroit and the Rams, and then us against Tampa is more likely
Which is
what's going
what
to
they
look like.
want. They want Detroit and They want Detroit and the Rams. That's what they want. You want to think that phantom no no call the flag last night? You want to know why? Because that NFL said we want Rams in Detroit in the first round,
Yeah, and get Detroit back to Dallas.
and they want they
No,
want
no,
first
because no, it's
they
the
want
lowest seed,
Stafford
right?
back. They want Stafford back at Detroit.
Mm, yeah,
That's
stories.
must see TV.
Yeah, it is. And then the Eagles beat the Bucks,
Right,
and then you
and
you see the Eagles back in San Fran.
San Fran.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I mean, either way,
We not
yeah,
we
Ravens
not
suck,
making
man.
it.
Yeah, I mean, no, not this team. Not the way we look. Not the way we've been looking for the last 3-4 weeks. Absolutely not. I think just that. I thought that schedule really killed us. It killed our morale. It really exposed us injury wise, and
Yeah,
it made it where our coaching got exposed with their incompetence. And this is what you're seeing now. This is the fallout. This is why you're seeing our players looking at each other. This is why you're hearing the stuff in the locker room. This is why you're hearing the stuff in the interviews, post games. It's just really a mess. I think that stretch of tough games back to back to back. Um, then coming off a Super Bowl run, this is a very long season for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's really showing now at the end of the year, unfortunately. So
yeah.
I mean, good thing we got the playoff spot, so we got some things to be hype about. But at this time, I'm about to get ready for this damn near Philadelphia 76ers and call it a season.
All right,
And root for Don.
and before we get out of here, man, one more game last college pod. So, for my betters out there, let's get some of Diddy's wisdom
Yeah, let's
on
talk
what
about
he's
it.
looking at. Obviously, big NFC North game tonight, 8 o'clock game. Green Bay versus the Vikings. Vikings favored by 1. Jaron Hall from BYU getting the start for the Vikings. They're going with the rookie here. Line is a pick, believe it or not, in Minnesota. Uh, I did have a bet in this game. I like anytime you get a new quarterback, especially a rookie, especially in a big game, they're not going to make too many reads. A lot of things going to be scripted. Um, hey, coming in the new year hot, word 1K. Hey, my man, Philly Special Cards, my man. Appreciate you, bro.
Gotta get him a hat, baby.
Yeah. Philly Cards, drop your email, man. I'll send you a hat, man, for being 1,000. I didn't even think about that, man. I'll send you a new MoneyPot hat that we got going here, man. Drop your email in the chat, man. We'll get you something, man. Appreciate that, man. That's a big deal for the show. People who've watched me have known I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and really tried to take it a lot more seriously the last year. So we've been grinding, we've been working, as you can see. The boys coming on, boys follow me, as you can see the background, doing everything I did to give you the best show possible, give you the best content possible. When you hit the 1K mark in YouTube, you're in the top 10%. Believe it or not, top 10% of all creators YouTube, and I think that's something to celebrate, and that's something to cheer on, man. And we just gonna keep going up. Um, so cheers. Appreciate
Cheers,
you.
man. Salute. I'm sorry
Yeah.
I got water. I got to hit the bar behind me, but
No, you good. You good. You
that's the
good,
hard
bro.
work that you're putting in, man. You've been doing this, like you said, for a long time, and it's
Yeah.
starting to pay off. And we like to, we praise the listeners, the people that hit liking and subscribing. We appreciate y'all for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, Don been with us since we was in the
In the
basement, man.
basement.
So
Yeah, in the
you know what I
basement.
mean. Like
Yeah.
we appreciate those like Don. We really do.
Yeah. Yeah, for real, cuz it's a grind. No, I mean it's definitely a grind. So just keep grinding, keep doing. And I think something that Mr. Beast said, if people know Mr. Beast, is obviously you probably do, but the one thing he said is just get better every video. Try to get better every video and learn. Listen to the audience. Listen to what they're listen to what they're saying and get and feed into more in that. And don't chase the subs. Chase the audience,
Mhm.
right? It's a show. You know what I mean? You want to give back to your show. So that's the only kind of tip I have. But getting back to the game, anything like I was saying for Jareen Hall from a betting perspective, rookie quarterback, first big game. Obviously, we got Jefferson. Usually, run game is always a rookie quarterback's best friend in the tight end. Tight end's not going to be there. Hawkinson is out. So I'm looking for Jaron Hall to use his legs a little bit. He is a dual threat quarterback from BYU. So I would be looking at his prop. I like his prop. I think it's too low at 26.5. I can see him for having 5 or 6 rushes here and probably getting close, maybe like 30, maybe 32 yards. So that's a prop that I like for this game. Anything you like from this game, and then we'll get you over to some college love, man. You ain't speak
Yeah,
nothing
for
about
sure.
college.
So there's only two things I would do in this game. I think this game's gonna be fought in the box a little bit, kind of like how I had last week. One of those
Hmm.
games we are talking about. Prop bets will be more field goal props. I'll be looking for the field goal prop. Um, so we're going to take over. Usually should be 1.5 or 3.5 field goals in this game. I like that a lot. And then the first score to be a field goal is usually great value, whether it's even money or plus money. I don't know what you're seeing it at right now, Nate.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I can take a quick look at what it would be. And give me 2 seconds.
What was it again? My bad. I was typing to somebody.
No
What are you
worries.
looking
It's
at?
going to be field goal props. So these are game props.
Oh, okay. The field goal prop for this game. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. Game props. You know what? I'll bring it up on the screen so you can see it. What we? It is a bet. It is a betting show. I mean, it is a betting show, so
Yep.
we'll bring up the prop here real quick. Oh, field goals, field goals. We got spread, sacks, money line. Oh, there we go. We just got total successful field goals, and that's this total 3.5.
Okay. Yep. 3.5 at plus money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I just think there's value there. I think it's value in this game. You got backup quarterbacks on both sides, both fighting for opportunity here and try to play, be in playoff position, especially the Packers. So they're going to be fighting really hard defensively. So give me over 3.5 here. Um, Another thing, they're playing in the dome. So you have the opportunity to get those longer field goals inside Minnesota. So I like over 3.5, and I love the value at 1+120. And then we're going to go to very first play, very first score will be a field goal, should be plus money also.
I
If
like you
not
like
plus
those little
money,
plays.
yeah, because it's always value. Like I said, I'm the value king, man. I try to find a play. I don't care if I lose it, but I feel like I hit it more than anything. It'll be
So
first
they
score.
they just have it per team. I don't see like a first
Are you under
score.
game prop?
Yeah, I am on the game prop.
Mm, okay. Well, if you do
It
have
would
it
be
at
the
your book,
team.
let me just take a look real quick. First score other is at plus 105. Good value there. Smashes the unit on there.
Hmm.
Um, I've hit 3 times today on
Mm,
that first score to be a field goal. So
okay.
that's just once again what in my man Sharp's words, picking up the nickels. Um, and I don't mind losing that one because the value is so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Um,
That's my only 2 plays there.
yeah, I like the play. You have a little bit better feel in those plays than I do. So but I'm not mad at the play. It's I'm getting a better feel of the in live game betting a little bit here when I see a couple things here. It's just like just the flow of the game for the Cardinals game. If they didn't take it off the board, I was smacking the Cardinals to win that game at plus 300. There was no doubt in my mind.
I can see that ticket if you want me to. Got that plus 300. I smashed it for a unit because that was the only I can do at that moment. They max
yeah,
out.
yeah. All
So
right, let's talk to him about you got some games, some New Year's games tomorrow. We had talked about it already. Playoff games. We got the Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl, and any other game you might want to take a look at here. But let's start out with the big boys in the big game. Alabama, Michigan. Michigan minus 1.5 total, 44. Money's kind of pretty much even at this point. The way Bama's playing, man, it's hard to go against Bama. Um, what you thinking there, bro?
um, you know me. I think I spoke about this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Give me Bama rolling
Bama.
tide
Yeah,
money
roll
line.
tide.
It's
Yeah,
even money, but we had it earlier. They were plus. I think it was plus 2.5. I think there was more value on the money line when I put it in. So I got 5 units
yeah.
on Alabama.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
Yeah, keep it simple.
yeah. Keep it
I
simple.
mean,
I
it's
like
early in
it.
the week. It's early in the week. It's one of them things where you smack it. I think Alabama is going to be able to. It's tough, man. Big Ten playing SEC teams is just a difference, man. It's a difference. I know Michigan, as everybody's excited about Michigan, JJ McCarthy. I mean, you really got the head coach and Coach Harbaugh. He seems like he's 1 foot in and 1 foot out as far as hiring as agent to get ready, prepare possibly for the NFL. So you got some distractions there, but I just think Alabama has got onto they're probably the hottest team rolling into the playoffs. You give Nick Saban over a month to prepare. I guess what my man said from Alabama is tough to watch tape because they said they were cheating half the year. So
Yeah,
it's kind of
facts.
tough to kind of figure it out. But I think you give Nick Saban a month
Yeah,
with this dynamic quarterback that can be really tricky within that pocket and can escape and use his legs. I think Michigan's going to have some problems defensively. Give me Alabama. If you give Alabama a money line, even money, or any plus money, which I already put on 5 units, I love it. So yeah, that's my play.
yeah. I have a really good play here. I'll let you finish with the second bowl here before I give out my play. Um, Later that night, other half to see who's in the actual college football championship Sugar Bowl. Texas versus Washington. Washington's favored by plus 4. I'm sorry, Texas is a favorite -4. Total is 63.5. Money line is -175. I think Sharp had a pretty decent handicap on this. Is
Mhm.
that Texas is great up front, right? Probably the best defensive line rotation in the country.
Very good.
But Washington can't really run the ball. They're good at throwing the ball. They have the best three wide receiver set, maybe probably in the nation, with the MVP. I'm not MVP. I'm sorry, a Heisman Trophy caliber quarterback and
They do.
Michael Penix throwing the ball. +4 seems like a lot. I like Washington in this spot. Where you at on this one?
This is probably the trickiest one for me. I think the line is right there, man.
Yeah, I
I
think the
think
line's
all
sharp.
year I kind of followed Washington. You give me Washington plus the points. I think I'm gonna take Washington here. Give me 4 points. I think they'll battle. I think it's gonna be a tight game. I mean, the total is at 63. That's really high. Um, two teams that really haven't been in this position in a long time. I think early on you might be able to get the first half and probably maybe squeeze like a half unit on the first half under. I think the game starts off slow. So if you want to look at the first quarter, first half, I think what we're expecting for them to, kind of really start fireworks. I think this game will probably be probably tight early and open up later on in the game. So if you want to look at first quarter or first half, I'll probably take first half under. You probably get
Hmm.
it at 28 maybe, close to like 28 and a half. If you can get 28 and a half, go under that.
Let me see here. And what was it for the total points?
First half, yeah, first half total.
Yeah, under 28.5 is plus
Oh, look,
135.
look at 31. I'll take that under 31 and a half. Perfect. Or
Minus
30 or
120.
30. Yeah, under 20. Yeah, I'll take the minus 120 under 30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's too juicy at 134 or
yeah,
34.
I'll take the
That's a lot of shit.
31. I think it's going to be so. Like I said, I think the first quarter is going to be a little tight. I think they're going to be filling each other out.
Yeah,
Um, I think, like you said, you got a month to kind of get healthy, get their defense together for Washington. I think they'll be able to attack more. Have you seen that early on in these bowl games? You've seen the first half kind of really not get out of hand. So maybe
hmm,
like the second, third quarter, it might open up a little bit in the game.
yeah.
But I do like the first half under. That's kind of what the trends has been going on in these bowl games. So give me first half under too.
Nice, nice, nice. I like it. I like it. So for me, I think you said it already. You like the points. You like Bama. You like Washington, and I'll keep it simple. I've gone away from the teasers a little bit in recent, but I think a teaser plays perfect here. Give me Bama and Washington in the teaser,
Okay.
in the two-leg teaser. Give me Bama at +8.5, and give me Washington at +11. Um, I think these teams in these games are going to be close. I love, like you said, Bama, the way they've been playing, especially the way I've been watching interviews with Monroe. Monroe has been very impressive in how
Hmm.
he's handled the media,
Sure
handled the
has. Really
questions.
good kid.
You know what I mean? Really, really good kid, pointing out the people who doubted him and making sure that he knows that he's arrived. And he likes to quote Jalen, keeping the main thing a lot. So, and I think that's what he's doing. And I think he's trusting himself. And I think he learned a lot from how Jalen Hurts handled himself in college, and continuing to be a mentor to him, as he shouts out Jalen Hurts, already. So give me the teaser, man. Um, Give me a 7 point teaser here. Like I said, I'll get the points. I don't even mind this one right here. What they have right here at the plus points at just 3.5. Give me Washington at +7.5 over a touchdown, and give me Bama +5. I like that too. And you're getting plus money at +127. It's a good bet. Now, if you want to not protect yourself, but if you want to do a little bit more, you can keep going up the ladder here. You get Bama at a touchdown, and you get Washington at +9.5, and you're still at a little bit over plus points, almost even money. So you can play with this. And we're on using ESPN bet as our sports book right now. So, but anything Washington and Bama in a teaser, absolutely love it. If you want to add a little bit more, drop Iowa in there. I think Sharp had another great pick with Iowa right now. The way Iowa's defense is, no Milton, um, no, what's his name? Is it Wright? Who's the running back for Tennessee?
Um,
Is it Wright? It's not right. What's his last name?
no, give me
It is
one.
right. Yeah, it is Jalen Wright. Yeah, Jalen Wright.
Was
Jalen
he
Wright.
pro day? Was he in pro day?
Yeah, pro draft. He's doing.
Yeah, Jalen Wright. That's right.
Jalen Wright is doing his draft, and then the backup Jabri Small is declared for the draft too. So they're going with their third back, Dylan Sampson. But people forget Milton was part of that run game too. He had 7 touchdowns. So you take Milton away, you take your 2 top rushing attacks away, and you're going against this Iowa defense. That's gonna be tough sledding, bro. That's gonna be tough sledding.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, like I said, Iowa really backs you down defensively. So
yeah, man, it's gonna be
old school football.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough sledding. So if you want to even add Iowa in there to get you some more points, to get Iowa over 10 points, in this game, get you almost 2-1. If you don't like it, drop it back down. This is almost 2.5-1. Right? You get Washington a +7, Bama a +4.5, and you get Iowa +8.5. That's a really good bet.
I mean, tell you the truth, I wouldn't even mess with that if you can get that
what parlay?
Division 1AA. I'm sorry, the FCS championship, and tease them down. It should be South Dakota State. I'm sorry, there's North Dakota State. Scroll down. South Dakota State. Yeah, tease South them down.
Oh, you like them?
100%.
Yeah, love some. Okay, let's put it all in there. Right.
That's a good one. That's a real good one.
Let's put it all in there. We got 4. Let's put it in the teaser. Doesn't like that one, huh?
Maybe it might be the South Dakota State one.
Yeah, it's the South Dakota State. They don't like us cooking them. That's what they say.
I'll say if you can get that in there.
Yeah,
I love that one. I don't like the 12, but...
Yeah, they don't like us cooking them like that, huh? And they said, "No, y'all have to chill on that." Yeah, man, we're absolutely Eagles fans, man. So for sure. But yeah, no, I like the bets. I think there's some teaser. What's the word I want to say? Some teaser opportunities for tomorrow, for New Year's. So, but I want to appreciate everybody who jumped on today. I want to appreciate everybody who's just been coming to subscribe. 1,000 subscribers is a big deal. It's a really big deal for those who are just jumping on. Hey, just keep hitting the subscribe button. Keep hitting the follow button. Keep hitting the notification button. We're going to run it up. Like I said, we are starting to get rolling. It's been a couple years, but it's not a sprint. It's a marathon, right? And if you look around, the people who have been consistent, not only is doing this YouTube thing the right way, but consistent in what we do, you ain't going to find nobody better than us. You ain't going to find nobody giving out no free game better than us, right? We do this week in and week out, and we got more plays coming. Football's winding down. Basketball's going to pick up. Watch out for basketball. Watch out for some of the golf picks. Watch out for some of the draft picks. Watch out for Diddy and some of his soccer plays that are coming up. We will be cooking up more and more each and every week to keep giving you value and keep giving you free plays. This is what MoneyPot is about, to teach you, to show you on how you can use sports betting as a secondary income, whether it be a side hustle, whether you do it for fun. But we're going to show you how you do it because we do it each and every week. There's a reason how we do it each and every week and still be consistent with it. So for myself, I'm Moss Money. Oh, wrong way. That's the homie B Diddy. This is MoneyPot. Be safe out there, y'all. Happy New Year. I can't say go Birds because they suck. So we'll see y'all later in the week for more plays to finish off NFL Week 18 and to recap what happened in college football. This is MoneyPot Better. We see y'all next time, man. Happy New Year's.